Coach, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great NFC matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On second down, Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Throwing, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike, 54. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Check, hey, kill. 31, check 31. Kill. Chance. 5-1.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch 54. Record. 53.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 54.
Now Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here go 21.
Check.
Under.
Watch the twist. Quick edge.
Go.
Check.
11.
Kill.
5. 26.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Over.
Watch that, watch that, watch that. Shoot! Under crouch, under crouch, under crouch. Check three, check three, check three. Ready, check.
And now here's a carry heading left. On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
54. Watch the run. They're running it. Hey, check 24.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
You're good, you're good.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 17-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check the hot read.
Bang, easy, opposite. Bang. Hey, easy.
Motion. Reset.
You kill.
Reset. Right there. 50.
Yes.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. Now Breeze on 3rd down. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter. With no
Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game.
He's crashing.
Easy, opposite.
Switch.
Here we go. Sammy.
Watch twins.
Back.
On the keeper, it's Breeze. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees keeping it himself from a yard out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. What's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now Cook. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all of calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Cousins. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Let's go.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready. 5-8, 5-8. 12. General West.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Tighten up. Ship. Rush in.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
First down.
Single. Slot.
Two.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. CD, put on your OC cap here. What do you do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up and we're going to run the same darn play and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, as tough as defenses are, I want some mobility. I want some movement, putting the ball in the hands of my quarterback and giving him a run-pass option.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. It's a foot race past the 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Saints 14,
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Blue there, blue there. Blue. Hey, Alpha. 51's the mic. I'm coming after you.
To throw again on second down. Cousins going deep for Diggs. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Blue draw quarters.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
At the 22-yard line.
We go 21. 54's Mike.
Throwing on second down. Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
We're good. High forward, ready. Check 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Cousins now setting up the screen for Cook. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Cousins to throw it. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Now Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Kill! You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Here we go. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, switch gears.
They start the second half with Kamara.
Check.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Sammy!
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Ready. We're waiting. Check right 54. 5-9. 54. Hey, here we go. Hey, seam 6. Check. Block 54. It's going to be a long day.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And he hits his man, Matthews. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Kill. X3. 218, chop it.
Breeze now on first down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. On first down, Breeze. And Matthews makes the ground. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Recon, 132 fighter. Easy, opposite. Bravo.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Ready.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Kill. 22 jet bomber.
Again, it's Breeze. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Hot.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of...
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Sheldon Rankins able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw, Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 52 yards.
And the Vikings first down.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. They'll run for it. Cook. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the 2nd half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's put that team on the bus. Check, check, check. Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And he finds Cook. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready. We're waiting. Kill.
Say. Check 3, check 3.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And now it's 2nd down.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong.
Kill.
Now Breeze again. He finds his target. It's Matthews. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
21. Mike 50 protein spill. Check me out. Right there, 54.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Check hot route.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Cousins on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 22 yards there, a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Cousins now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw is Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got... And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They begin on the ground with Kamara. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Easy, opposite. Switch. Under. He's checking.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Topper!
Bree's going to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And down to the 29-yard line. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Over. Check 99. Check 99. Check 31. Check 31. Here we go. Kill. Chance. Hey, kill. Come on.
They run from the shotgun with Murray. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
12. Let's go one more. You got time. You got time right there.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher.